Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is going to be everything you need when buying a ferret. So you're going to need a cage. I have the Feisty Ferret Nation, which is just behind me. It's a really good cage. I've done a cage review as well. I'll add that to the description below if you want to watch that. If you ask anybody else, they will recommend the Ferret Nation cage. It is a bit more expensive, but it is a lot bigger and it's just the best cage on the market. So they do need a lot of room, a lot of space. They are not like mice or rats or hamsters. They are completely different species. They need a lot more room and free roam time. My boys are pretty much free roamed all of the time. So they don't stay in the cage that much. It's only if I go out or if I need to lock them up for a few hours that they'll actually be locked up in the cage. To go in the cage, you're going to need hammocks and blankets. There's a lot of people selling on Etsy that make their own hammocks. You can make your own hammocks. You can buy blankets from charity shops, use old blankets, old pillowcases, literally anything. They will just crawl up in anything to keep them warm. Some ferrets don't like hammocks, but most do, so I would always just put at least one in the cage, just wait for them to get used to it, and they look cute when they lie in them. The next thing you need to decide is food. So do you want to feed them raw, or do you want to give them a high protein kibble? Ferrets are obligate carnivores, so they can only eat meat. They cannot have any vegetables, any sugars, anything sweet, anything healthy. It's not good for them. They do not need a balanced diet of lettuce and carrots. They cannot, their bodies cannot digest it, so don't give it them. I will add a link in the description below to the kibble that I give my boys, just because I don't have the money or the time to feed a raw diet. If you do feed them raw, you have to make sure you give them bones, meat, a bunch of other stuff. Do a lot of research if you want to do that, to make sure that they get everything they need. I'll also give them an egg, maybe once a week or once every other week. The egg is just good for their bodies and it helps clear their throats, as they can get hairballs and kind of choke a bit. So give them an egg once a week when you can. And also salmon oil can be a good treat, or some sort of fish omega oil, which is good for their fur. Next up is toys. There is a lot of different toys that you can give them. I think all ferrets just like different types of toys. Bam Bam likes to chew things, so I get heavy duty dog toys, chews. I'll add some links in the description below for suitable toys. You need to make sure whatever you get, they can't choke on, or they can't pull apart or anything like that. Rope toys, dog rope toys, and they both like cat teasing, chasing toys. Most of all, I would say don't spend too much money on toys, because the things my boys like the most is the cardboard boxes instead of the actual toys. So just let them dig around, hide, jump in things. Tunnels, they love tunnels. They love to chase each other. Stuffed animals, as long as they don't tear them apart and choke on the stuffing inside, they should be good. Food and water bowls. So depending on the cage you have, I would recommend getting food and water bowls that actually tie on to the side of the cage so that they can't knock them over, because they will. They like to make a mess and ruin absolutely everything. No water bottles, because they will not be able to get enough water that they need. They are not hamsters. They cannot use water bottles, and they may bite the bottle and break their teeth. So always just get water bowls. Treats, I have these at the minute. They are a 100% chicken breast freeze-dried treat. You need to just always make sure only give them high protein, meaty treats, no vegetables, They're literally just these tiny pieces of chicken. Do not get any of those sweet pastes that some pet stores have on offer. They cannot have the sugary paste. It's not good for them. Don't do it. So any meat treats will be good. Any chunks of meat, freeze-dried meat treats, doggy meaty treaties will be fine. Other optional things you may need when getting a ferret is a leash. They don't need to be walked outside every day, but you may want to. There are lots of sellers on Facebook that do harnesses. The figure 8 harness is apparently the best one. I have one for my boys, but they don't like them yet, so. I literally just realised I forgot to mention litter training. So you can litter train your ferret with a litter tray and cat litter, or you can use puppy pads. I use puppy pads. I just find them easier and cleaner to use. Nail clippers. I have to cut their nails about once a week. They grow unbelievably fast and they are very sharp if you don't. You can get pet nail clippers, just like what a cat would have, or you can use human nail clippers, but I would just get the cat ones because it will be slightly easier and safer, just in case. I don't think there's much else you actually need. Cage, nail clippers, bedding, blankets, toys, boxes and boxes, and more boxes. Another thing you may need is some clothing from the sablecollection.com. If you are ferret obsessed, which you will be very soon if you're looking to get a ferret, look in our description below for a discount code. Don't underestimate how much time a ferret actually needs, because they really are like little dogs. They need a lot of time, a lot of love, a lot of space, and just make sure you have that time, space and love to give them before purchasing a ferret. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down below, and we will be bringing you more ferret videos very soon. Bye!